of William Buick, followed down by Raffle Prize, Silver Colours, Mikel Barcelona on board number 9. Yes Always, White Jacket, Purple Cap, 15 with Ben Curtis, and Romsey, red and green colours, Tom Marquand on board 10. Les Augues, Kieran Fallon, dark blue and white on board number 5. A white cap for Pat Cosgrave on final song number 3. Then Under the Stars, PJ McDonald on 14 in white and red, quadrilateral green, pink and white colours for Jason Watson on board number 8. Milal, a white disc on a black jacket, 7, a mount of Sheen Murphy. On the way then to the mast up, we're 4 minutes off the 3:35 race time. Quadrilateral, a 5-2 favourite. Milal at 7-2, Love at 4-1, Raffle Prize at 6. Cloak of Spirits at 14-1, Shimmering at 16, Boomer 18-1 and Easing. Summer Romance at 25-1, 28-1 Under the Stars. Les Augues and Rose of Kildare are both at 40-1. Yes Always 66-1, Final Song and Graceful Magic at 100-1, with Romsey at 150-1.
Big race of the day, the Kipco 1000 Guineas. I'm really looking forward to this race, as I'm sure you are as well. Quadrilateral was such an exciting horse last season. It'll be interesting to see how she fares as the first 3-year-old start, and there she is heading to post. And as I mentioned, just in case you didn't hear it earlier, what Harry Charlton was saying, for the first time tongue-tie, premium on fitness first time out after 8 months, big filly, a muscle that tires first, might aid and won't harm. So she heads to post quite nicely in the hands of Jason Watson. Big day for him, of course, as well. And she'd shown so much form at Newbury, so much speed rather, at Newbury to win. She just found a way to win when pitched into Group 1 company over this course and distance this time, this last season. And she has, you would think, strengthened and become more battle-hardened as a result of that, and I can imagine her going nicely forward. She gets the mile, we know that. She'll stay at least 10 furlongs, you would think, and she should be a fairly straightforward ride as well, just chasing the lead as you would think, and she's heading to post there quite nicely. Let's find out what Ian thinks about the horses moving to post. One horse, Ian, that I saw in the paddock that was a bit on her toes was Summer Romance in the first colours all blue of Godolphin. How's she gone to post?
She came out past me perfectly calm and fine. In fact, they've all been well behaved on their way down. Unusual, well, I don't know, unusually maybe it's just the way things happen, but Ryan took Love down first, maybe a little ahead of the others. Of course, normally there'd be a parade for this. There's not today. It would normally be his modus operandi to be last out and last down to post, so maybe there was a slight concern about how she would be on the way down, but she moved perfectly quietly on the way down to post. There she is, Ryan, in the blue and orange colours of Michael Tabor, and the last couple of them just getting down to the post now. They've all gone down perfectly sweetly as they arrive at the post then for the 1,000 guineas.
Well, that's good news. No one wants to see any filly running their race before the start of this race. There is Love, who's a proper professional. She had lots of experience as a 2-year-old, but she is bred to thrive this year as well. There towards the near side is that filly who I said was a little bit on her toes in the paddock, but she is much more relaxed, as Ian was saying. That Summer Romance in the hands of William Buick, and she's definitely going to say this trip, you would have thought, and that would be the reason potentially why she might be able to turn around the form with some of the speedier fillies that she met as precocious 2-year-olds last season. In the background there, black with the white spot, that's Mill Isle. She's the one for whom the final furlong might present the greatest challenge. In the green colours, there's Boomer, number 1. She's got something to find. She was the winner of the Group 3 Prestige over 7 furlongs, then was second behind Powerful Breeze in the May Hill. But marginally her best performance came when 5th in the Fillies Mile, so clearly she has something to find with the likes of Quadrilateral. Shimmering would be an interesting interesting one to discuss. A bit like Yes Always, she was one of the fillies that you would have thought would have been in bad need of a trial. She's just run a couple of times, once over 7 furlongs at Kempton and then winning at Lingfield in December. She'd get this trip and maybe a bit further. She's making her turf debut, and she is drawn against the rail on the far side. So you would think that she'd be holding her position there towards the 4 again with that draw. Frankie Dettori on board her. Contrastingly, Yes Always, another inexperienced filly with just the 1 run under her belt. She's drawn outside on the wing, which is not an advantage for her, you would think. I was speaking to Carl Burke, her trainer, before racing today, and he was saying that, yeah, absolutely, he would have loved to have run her in something like the Fred Darling or the Nell Gwyn. Not available to him, of course, this season. He feels that she's a filly of quality. He feels that she's pattern class standard, and he'll have enough knowledge and horses to measure that against at home, and he felt that there was enough encouragement for her to see out the trip as well. Over there in the yellow and black colours, that's Cloak of Spirits, who's been quite well backed at one stage prior to this, and she's improved with each start, culminating in a 3rd in the Rockfell. So she's got to improve, but she did improve with each run last time, and the step up by a furlong and maybe ultimately even further, you would think would be a good thing for her. Romsey, I mentioned, is the kind of horse that might want to go forward. She's had a chance in group company, though, to pump up her rating. She's rated 97, so she's got quite a bit to find, you would think, on the basis of that. Magical Grace there in the maroon colours. She was second behind Rose of Kildare in the Firth of Clyde, having previously run the Carry Red. So again, this is a big jump up in class for her. Rose of Kildare, though, as Mark was saying earlier, she has got quite a high level of form and shouldn't really be underestimated. She's not that far behind her stable companion, Raffle Prize. She got a rating of 103, and she was steadily improving, going the right way last season. Her best performance being her last one, when winning the Oh So Sharp over 7 furlongs at this track. So she has got that advantage as well, and he was much more certain that she would say this trip, and looking at her pedigree you can understand why. Oh, there's Quadrattle just shying away, and Ditto Summer Romance, just a few nervous moments for those connected with those two fillies, particularly Quadrilateral, but the handler with her has got hold of her and she's a lot better. But Summer Romance is now getting a bit frisky again, as she had been in the paddock beforehand as well. There's Love coming forward. She's got that crucial combination of ability, stamina and experience that she should put to good use in this 1,000 guineas. So the fillies' first classic of the season about to happen. Let's enjoy it in the company of Ian Bartlett.
Final couple going in. Store number 4, Summer Romance, and 15, Yes Always, as Quadrilateral is just locked away now in 6. So the final pair coming in for this Kipco 1,000 guineas. The last one will be Yes Always into store number 15. She's in. They're off. Race away then. Yes Always, a little slower maybe than some of the others away. And early on, Rose of Kildare, Quadrilateral up there with the pink cap in the early strides, and Cloak of Spirits in the yellow with her. Final song, just in behind her is Boomer in green colours and the black jacket of Mill Isle. They're being followed through by Romsey and then Love with her white face off towards the right, being joined now by Under the Stars, Raffle Prize towards the back with Graceful Magic and Yes Always. And also with those towards the rear is Summer Romance. They head down now towards the halfway stage, and Cloak of Spirits has the advantage. A narrow one only, though. 2 in blue, Rose of Kildare. Love is next. Quadrilateral, a pink cap, disputing second, third and fourth place at the moment. A white cap just in behind her is Final Song over the far side. Boomer is next from Mill Isle, and then comes the dark blue and white of Les Augues. Heading down towards the bushes, then it's still Cloak of Spirits who has the advantage. To the white cap now, a Final Song putting in a big challenge. Love is there with a white face, and now Under the Stars in white and red. Quadrilateral in the centre, and the pink cap behind those, and this quintet go clear of the others as Love now and the blue and orange down the centre with Ryan Moore comes through to take it up, but the yellow jacket of Cloak of Spirits is backing on well. Final Song with a white cap behind those. Quadrilateral is next, but it's Love who's clear. She's well clear as they race to the line. 3 or 4 length victory for Love in the Kipco 1,000 guineas to Cloak of Spirits, Quadrilateral. Final Song behind that in company with Roms, who stayed on very well late.
Ada Brown only sent over one for the Kipco 1000 Guineas, and he's won it with that filly Love in the hands of Ryan Moore, and she's gone through the race really professionally, as you'd imagine she would with a horse with that experience as a 2-year-old, and also a classy pedigree on her side, one that was likely to mean that she would thrive at 3, and she has managed to win this 1000 Guineas pretty smoothly. In second, a big step forward for Cloaker Spirits, as the projection of her form suggested as a juvenile. She's taken a step forward from her third in the Rock Velter, and a really excellent second for Andrea Seni and Richard